On October 16, 2024, the world came to a shock when One Direction star LeAnn Payne had died. Other members of One Direction included Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Louis Tomlinson, and Zayn Malik. And after the band had separated by 2017, LeAnn Payne started his own solo career with Strip That Down featuring Quavo, which hit the mainstreams and got extremely popular. But unfortunately, he came to an unfortunate end to his life at only 31 years old, and he also had a young son. This is very heartbreaking for thousands of people, especially me saying this, but as of 2025, his memory is being served correctly. Not only that, but just so much, and is shown in so much love and support. And my heart really does go out to his baby mama, his son, the One Direction bandmates, especially his parents. And I will even mention Simon Cowell, because despite what people say, Simon was part of who discovered LeAnn Payne and his talent. I just honestly cannot believe that LeAnn is gone. Now, because this has been an active investigation ever since that day that he died, I haven't done this, but because there is enough information out, I feel it is only right as my duty as a longtime fan of LeAnn Payne to cover this, so I am going to partially discuss what happened to LeAnn Payne, unfortunately. Now, he died after falling from a hotel balcony in the capital, Buenos Aires, and he was there in Argentina after spending time with Niall Horan. He was on the country in that area on tour, and he decided to stay in the area. And, of course, a lot of people know of all the speculation surrounding his death, and everybody thought at first that he unfortunately committed suicide. But due to the hard work of the Argentina police, which I give a huge shout out to all the police officers involved who have done such a thorough investigation, it was ruled not as a suicide. His cause of death was due to bleeding from the fall. And of course, a picture circulated, unfortunately, for a while the same day that he died. With this also being said, because of the hard work done by the police, the investigation, it ruled 5 people were charged in connection with his death. And the connection to those charges are a hotel employee to suspect of selling him cocaine around the 2 days beforehand, and also the day he died, and also another person suspected of selling him cocaine twice while the time he was there. Another person suspected of manslaughter, the hotel manager suspected of manslaughter, and also another person suspected of manslaughter for leading 3 people to drag Payne to keep him up to his room instead of keeping him safe. And this was because a call was made from the manager to 911 saying that there was erotic behavior from someone, and he was escorted up to his room. And in my opinion, if someone is expecting erotic behavior or something like that, you really truly should not leave a person alone. You need to have people around him. And this is so heartbreaking as a fan for me to even personally say, but according to the autopsy, he suffered multiple traumas with internal and external hemorrhaging, and a lot more injuries as well that were constant with a fall from the height from which he fell off the balcony. When they later revealed toxicology tests, they revealed traces of alcohol, cocaine, and a prescription antidepressant. And they also ruled out self-harm or anything else that would lead to him for it being a suicide as well. The police had also said that LeAnn didn't have a posture to protect himself from the falls, so it led the police to believe that he was unconscious when he fell and didn't really even know it. meaning this rules out a voluntary act or when he was conscious that he didn't know what he was doing or understanding it. And it was also ruled that, or suspected that LeAnn had tried to leave from the balcony. But that's one thing that was also being said of what had led to it. And the room that LeAnn was staying in was on the third floor of the balcony, which is about 45 feet above from the interior courtyard of the hotel. And then once a call was made, there was police arrived there minutes later. And because the hotel staff had heard a really loud sound within the courtyard, and unfortunately he was pronounced dead at the scene with no possibility of resuscitation because it was already too late. And then later when the police went into his room, they found it in total disarray. Speculation everywhere with pictures and everything, being said that there was TV there that was broken, bottles, candles, aluminum foil, and a half glass of champagne in the room, along with probably hidden drugs wrapped up as well. And as of the timeline is a little bit unsure what he was doing, but there is being said that he was posting on Snapchat earlier that day, but some fans said that they were old posts and stuff. So there's so much speculation. I saw that as well, and I questioned it myself. But Liam did say it had been a bit since him and Niall had talked, and that it was just really good visit, and it was really good to see him, stuff like that. And Liam had even posted him and his girlfriend singing and dancing at Niall's concert as well, and he had documented a lot about his trip and stuff like that. It was just casually talking, and a lot of people were picking on his girlfriend along with blaming her, but she had already left the country. Now, as of the date that he died, he was of course still there at the hotel, and his friend was at the hotel with him, but left. In speculation if he is being charged is still to me unknown. And then Liam, it is said that Liam was then seen in the hotel lobby unable to stand, being speculated that he was on something and recorders. He was being recorded from cameras and being dragged unconscious by several people and taken back to his room. Then, of course, emergency services were called, seeing that someone was, seeing too much on something and was destroying things in his room, blah, blah, blah. And the person, hotel manager that called, said he didn't know if the guest's life was in danger, but he has a room with a balcony, and we're a little afraid that he might do something life-threatening, which was the second call that was made. And even though I had a list of rulings, some of those people that have been charged may be charged with neglect homicide, which is similar to manslaughter within laws in the UK, and of course, two of them, along if they're being charged with manslaughter, being supported with him supplying drugs to him. A lot of fans that day, that night, and probably even still to this day, gathered at the hotel in Argentina, leaving so much stuff in memory of him, and even staying around and singing One Direction songs and stuff like that. And one day when his father arrived at the hotel to collect Liam's belongings, he saw what fans had done, and he was seen hugging fans and supporting them. And it was recorded of him leaving a little something there along as well. And then when he had went into the hotel room, fans had put backpacks and stuff to block him, to give him privacy, because Liam's father was seen with a lot of photographers trying to film and stuff. And of course, Liam's body was held and hauled away and stuff like that, was held in Argentina until after investigation, and after a bit his body was finally released, and they held the funeral. And it was at the funeral where James Corden was seen. Simon Cowell was with his parents, and along with the rest of the One Direction members, had gathered together for their bandmate, which was a reunion that One Direction fans, including me, did not want, as Liam loved all of his bandmates no matter what. They all cared about each other, and it is so heartbreaking to know that the reunion that Liam got to see was unfortunately at his death. Furthermore, basically, with Liam's case, his cause of death ultimately was, of course, bleeding, and the judge for the case had basically described Liam's death as being foreseeable, as it could have been prevented in a lot of ways, and of course, self-harm was ruled out. Now, as of people being charged, as of what would happen, that is still unknown at the time of me recording this. But I will also add that the investigators had also found narcotics and alcohol around the broken objects and furniture within Liam's hotel room. This had led not only to the investigators but also publicly to believe they had suffered a substance abuse-induced breakdown around the time of his fall, and by the time he fell, he was already gone, which is unfortunately. And I really do hope TMZ truly really does suffer something, because you shouldn't, no matter what, post a public person's body, no matter if you were just trying to identify who it was or not. And I don't even know if it's still circulating online or not, but no one on this earth should see that. A lot of fans have, including me, and it's so heartbreaking to see pictures of him like that. But overall, as a fan, this is all I know of what happened to Liam Payne. I really do hope that justice gets served for him overall, as thousands of fans around the world do, because that is what Liam deserved. I will continue to not only be a One Direction fan since the band first formed around 2010, but I will always listen to their music and listen to Liam's music and try to sing along and live my life just as Liam would for thousands of fans, as around the time of his death, he was taking pictures and videos and stuff with fans, so he loved his fans dearly. Liam, I will say, I really do hope that you can finally rest in peace a little bit now. You didn't deserve to go that way. You deserve to continue to live your life. I love you. We love you. The fans love you. I miss you. The world misses you. The fans miss you. We'll all miss you forever and ever. Long live Liam Payne, and may justice be served.